This is the future.
Last year, Digital Extremes fucked up the meta in Warframe. Many did not like the nerfs, and many reviewed Bomb Warframe on Steam. There was tons of Monkey fans and AoE fanatic that did not like the changes. Although the changes were necessary to stir up the meta, but I must admit that there are specific aspects on the AoE nerf that did not make any sense. I fully understand that the headshot mechanic wherein AoE weapons can deal headshot damage also does not make sense and it has to go, but I don't understand how they fucked up the ammunition pool of most weapons. This was the biggest mistake of Digital Extremes in my opinion when they dropped the AoE nerf, and many players hated the changes. They did some updates to somehow band-aid the ammo changes, but the damage has been done, and in my opinion, that update did messed up the game big time, and this was one of the reasons why many players left Warframe or in a long time hiatus right now. But despite the nerf, I can say that Warframe still remains the same. The meta did not even change, and AoE nuke is still one of the best killing methods in the game. The power of the AoE weapons weren't diminished, but they were just lowered to the point wherein enemies can get a breathing room, if you get what I mean. A prime example of this is the Warframe. Despite the changes, the Warframe still remains as one of the best endgame weapons in Warframe. For those new to the game, this explosive bow is a mastery rank 15 weapons that can only be obtained by vanquishing a leech who generated with one equipped. After the leech is vanquished, it will be in the player's foundry ready to claim. While the weapon itself is not tradable, a converted leech generated with the weapon can be traded to another player. The trade is performed inside a clan dojo's Crimson Branch room, and the recipient must not have any active leech. Once traded, the recipient must fight and vanquish the leech to claim its weapon. This a massive bow, firing arrows that produce a large blast explosion on impact while also depositing cluster bombs, and is able to detonate mid-flight with alternate fire, but suffers from small ammo capacity. Shots explode in a 8.3 meter radius on impact with a surface or enemy, then splits into 3 smaller bomblets that rain down on the point of impact which explode in a 3.5 meter radius. Alternate fire prematurely detonates the arrow, and any bomblets, mid-flight. Initial hit and explosion apply status separately. Explosion does not need direct line of sight to deal damage and will penetrate walls. Can benefit from Firestorm or its primed version, and Cautious Shot. Can equip the bow exclusive Thunderbolt mod. Heavy caliber's accuracy penalty is minimal on this weapon. In addition to this, Warframe can have an innate element depending on the progenitor. My recommended element would be Toxin, Heat, or Radiation. Toxin is perfectly acceptable on its own. However, one very popular trick is to equip the Warframe with a cold damage mod and hunter munitions. Due to its high crit chance and the multiple cluster bomb hits, this allows the bow to eat enemies alive. Bleed from the slack procs on hunter munitions, ignores armor, due to dealing true damage, while viral amplifies the damage even further. Last but not least, polarizing the weapon increases its max rank by 2, capping at rank 40 after 5 polarizations, granting the weapon additional mod capacity. For the build, it's just the simple critical chance with galvanized chamber setup. It would be pointless to add galvanized aptitude on this weapon as it will not work in the AoE. Also, you can add primed Firestorm in your build if you want some increase in AoE. This is also very helpful in terms of leveling, and Warframe is one of the best, if not, the best weapon in the game to have because it doesn't just have firepower, but it's super useful in leveling Warframes in a 3 or 5 minutes. I was scared that the Telsto Saturn leveling method would be nerfed after the AoE changes, but that did not happen, and still, a Savage Silence setup in your Warframe paired with a carpet bombing Warframe is still the best method to level up your Warframes in 2023 solo. Warframe is one of those weapons wherein you pick it up then go into the mission. It doesn't require too much setup and it pairs well with almost all Warframes in the game. It's the ultimate grab and go weapon, and I can honestly say that this is still meta in 2023. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.